Hi everyone, I hope that you are keeping well. As a part of our new online church world, Fort Garry MB is offering some short videos to encourage you and to engage you in your faith. Today I want to talk to you about the idea of hope in the midst of our current situation. I'm someone who likes to listen to the news when I'm home. I'm a pretty extroverted person, don't know if you knew that, and so even the radio feels like a little bit of company to me. But lately it's hard to keep up because the news is a constant cycle of information about the COVID-19 outbreak. Each day things are changing so rapidly, and while it's very important to keep informed and up to date on what we need to do to help prevent the further spread of the virus, and I would encourage you to do that, it is overwhelming to stay tuned into it all the time. Questions are arising for us. When will this be over? How do I cope? When will we gather again as a church? And where is hope? That last question has been on my mind a lot this week, and I'm going to focus in on it today. I want to read you one of my favorite Psalms of all time, and it's Psalm 46, and it goes like this. God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea, though its waters roar and foam and the mountains quake with their surging. There is a river whose streams make glad the city of God, the holy place where the Most High dwells. God is within her, she will not fall. God will help her at the break of day. Nations are in uproar, kingdoms fall. He lifts his voice, the earth melts. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress. Come and see what the Lord has done, the desolations that he's brought to the earth. He makes wars cease to the ends of the earth. He breaks the bow and shatters the spear. He burns the shields with fire. He says, "Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord Almighty is with us. The God of Jacob is our fortress." Something to notice here is that the psalm is one that repeatedly gives us assurance that God is with us as we face trouble. But in communicating that, it's acknowledging that there will be trouble. It reveals to us the truth that our world is broken and there is hardship that we will face. But in the midst of that, it tells us that God is with us. Sometimes people want to simplify the problems of the world by saying things like, if you had faith, the problems would go away. Or on the other side, the fact that these problems exist prove that God does not exist or is not loving. Or my least favorite one, all things happen for a reason, somehow implying that God puts these difficulties in our path. But Scripture teaches us repeatedly that sin caused our world to fall into a broken state. And through God's unrelenting love, we receive Jesus, and therefore we receive hope. God does not give us the difficulties. God gives us hope. And that hope is not meant to be affected by the earth giving way, the mountains falling, or a global pandemic in our reality, because the hope exists beyond the world. And yet within the world, we can have hope moment to moment because God still promises to be with us as a refuge, as a source of strength, and as an ever-present help in trouble. Though things will be hard, God's promise is that he journeys with us. This is amazing to me. I find that this thought helps ground me and give me strength in all circumstances. For me personally, this psalm has become significant in my life because of my own journey with depression over the last 16 years. It is a constant reminder that even though my depression is a product of the world's brokenness, God does not leave me alone in that. And God is not leaving us alone now either. I know for many of us, there is worry or fear. We are feeling alone or uncertain, and that is all fair. Far be it from me to tell you that you are not entitled to worry or a bit of fear right now. But the invitation from this psalm is to be reminded that though we face these worries and fears, we can be assured that God is with us. Which brings me to my final point, the reminder to be still and know. In verse 10, the psalmist writes in God's voice the command to be still and know that I am God. In the midst of all the information we can get overloaded with and the cycle of news that we are receiving daily, in the midst of our self-isolation and our potential to fill our time with distractions or busyness, can I offer you the reminder to take a moment to be still, to focus in on God, to remember that though we face trouble, God is with us. Be still and know that He is God, and draw yourself into the hope that God offers. It's my prayer to anyone watching that you are keeping well, finding ways to connect meaningfully with others in creative ways, and taking care of yourself and those around you as you are able. And my prayer is also this, that you would remember to be still and know who God is, that He is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in the troubles we face today and in the troubles that we will face tomorrow.